वफाकी वज़ीर ख़ज़ाना मोहम्मद औरंगज़ेब ने कहा है कि IMF ने पाकिस्तान के लिए 1 अरब 20 करोड़ डॉलर की किस्त की मंजूरी दे दी है। IMF ने पाकिस्तान के लिए किस्त की मंजूरी एग्जीक्यूटिव बोर्ड इजलास में दी है। इसकी तफसील हासिल करेंगे नुमाइंदा जियो न्यूज़ अशरफ मलकम से। अशरफ मलकम साहब, इस मंजूरी से मुतालिक क्या मालूमात अब तक सामने आई है?
जी बिल्कुल, सिंगल लाइन अभी तक हमारी ऑफिशियल कंफर्मेशन आई है जो फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने कहा कि अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मंजूरी हो गई है। इसके अलावा अभी तक और ज्यादा डिटेल इस प्रोग्राम की नहीं आई, क्योंकि 1 अरब 20 करोड़ ही मिलना था, जिसमें 1 अरब जो पाकिस्तान का कर्ज प्रोग्राम है EFF इसको कहते हैं, एक्सटेंडेड फंड फैसिलिटी, उसके तहत मिलना था। 20 करोड़ डॉलर मिलने थे जो पाकिस्तान को मौसमी तब्दीली से निमटने के लिए जो प्रोग्राम है उसके तहत मिलने थे। अभी IMF ने इसके साथ क्या कंडीशन लगाई हैं, क्या नहीं लगाई, किन चीजों पर इतराजात किए हैं, किन पे वार्निंग दी है, किन चैलेंजेस की निशानदही की है, वो तफसीलात अभी आनी है। IMF की तरफ से ऑफिशियली कुछ नहीं आया अभी तक। सिर्फ फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने इस बात की तस्दीक की है कि जो सिफारिशात थी जायजा मिशन की, उनकी एग्जीक्यूटिव बोर्ड ने मंजूरी दे दी है। उन जायजा मिशन में यही कहा गया था कि पाकिस्तान को 1 अरब 20 करोड़ डॉलर जारी करने की मंजूरी दे दी जाएगी। अभी तक हमारे पास यही अपडेट है।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका अशरफ मलकम।
Special people, very special people. And I hope you like what we're doing. Did everybody get to see the Presidential Walk of Fame? Right? And you have some of your favorite presidents there, some of your least favorite presidents. Some were good, some were great, some were terrible, but that's the way life goes, right? And you notice the roses. This is a rose garden, and we added a lot of roses, I will tell you. This was a rose garden that didn't have too many roses, and if you look now, we cornered the market on roses, and you deserve them. So thank you for being with us in this beautiful spring, this gorgeous spring day. The very famous rose garden has been famous for a long time. They let it get a little bit out of control, but now it's brought back to the highest level. And you know where you're standing or sitting right now is white stone. And that was grass, and the problem with it is you couldn't walk on it because this is built on a wetland, and the grass was always soaking wet. It didn't matter. It was always soaking wet, absolutely. And so when Brooke Rollins would get up and start making a magnificent speech, and she'd be standing in mud, and she'd say, I ruined my shoes. Her speeches would never be as good as they could have been because she was always concerned about ruining her shoes. But people would come here, women would come with the high heels, and it wasn't a pretty picture. So after about 150 years, we gave up in the grass. So we said, let's build it so we can use it. And now we have lunches here, we have dinners here, and it's nice and it's cool. The white reflects the sun, so you don't, although it does go in my eye right now, I noticed. I didn't anticipate that. But it's a great place. It's a great place. And we do news conferences, we do everything. And right up here, you probably noticed the new black granite, and it's been so well received. People can't even believe it because the stones were all broken and really in bad disrepair, and it's really become great. And we added the pictures of the presidents from George Washington to a guy named Trump, and people really, they've loved it. We call it the Presidential Wall of Fame or Walk of Fame. We say you could call it either. Do you like walk or wall? Ready? Walk. Oh, Presidential Walk of Fame. Presidential Wall of Fame. Same. That's the same. I would call that a tie. But I want to thank you all for being here. It's amazing. The weekend we celebrate Mother's Day, honoring the women who raised us and all of the wonderful mothers in our lives for millions of American families. Sunday will be filled with love and gratitude and joy. I had a great mother, by the way. And today we're honored to be joined by many strong and truly heroic moms who have stood up for their children, both in life and in a very profound loss. Very, very terrible in many, just terrible loss, many cases. And we have a lot of the greatest people on earth. Angel moms, they're with us today. They're great people. They've been through so much, and I got to know so many of you during my first days of running. I got to know you, and I got to love you. But we want to thank you for being here. Mother's Day, it's one of the great days. I always think so fondly of my mother. I had a wonderful mother. Among those with us this afternoon are a number of the angel moms who saw their precious children stolen from them by the open border policies of the radical left. Open borders, I call them stupid borders, not open. I call them stupid borders by stupid people that put them there. And the migrant criminals that let them pour into our country, and bad things happened. Bad things happened. 25 million people came into our country. Many of them were criminals. Many of them were murderers. They allowed them in with their open border policy of stupidity. These incredibly brave and resilient women have turned terrible tragedy into unyielding resolve, becoming advocates so that their mothers do not have to endure the same heartache that they've felt all their lives. They've felt for so long. They've raised the most beautiful child that is taken, and they've spent so many years. In many cases, I see some of you I've known you for years, and others are unfortunately new members of that club. And I say unfortunately, it's a sad thing. Should have never happened. Should have never happened. In their honor, we've rapidly turned the worst and most dangerous border in the history of our country into the strongest border in American history. We have no people come in during the last 11 months. We have zero. Nobody even tries to come up. You know, you used to read about the thousands of people that would pour in and they'd just come up in caravans. I think it was my name I came up with. It looked like a caravan. 25, 30,000 people pouring up. They walk through Mexico. They come from all different locations, come from all over the world, actually. But they came in through our southern border, and they'd come up and just let them walk in. They'd walk in. Nobody had any idea who they were. They were murderers. 11,888 murderers. They were allowed to come into our country. We've gotten a lot of them out. Many of them murdered more than one person. What a shame. What a disgusting shame. That people can even think that this is okay is pretty incredible. But for the past 12 months, that's been our number. And these numbers are done by people that the numbers, when I say zero, I actually mean zero. It's hard to believe, actually. But they're done by people they tend to be somewhat on the left. So they're not going to give us a fair shake. And they say that, people don't come anymore because they know they're not going to get through. So when they know they're not going to get through, they just don't come. And just on that, we save a lot of lives, because that journey up from Honduras and El Salvador and lots of other countries, or from the Congo, where they drop them there and they walk up and they come through our country. They emptied the prisons of the Congo into the area of the southern border.
तर्जुमान ईरानी वज़ारत ख़ारजा इस्माइल बकाई ने कहा है कि ईरान अमरीकी तजावीज़ पर गौर कर रहा है। जब किसी हतमी नतीजे पर पहुँचेंगे तो उसका ऐलान करेंगे। हम अपना काम कर रहे हैं और किसी डेडलाइन पर कोई तवज्जो नहीं देते। तर्जुमान ईरानी वज़ारत ख़ारजा इस्माइल बकाई ने कहा कि दुश्मन की गुज़श्ता रात की कार्रवाई बैनुल-अक़वामी क़वानीन और जंग बंदी की खुली खिलाफ वर्जी थी। ईरानी अफ़वाज अपनी तमाम तर सलाहियतों के साथ मुकम्मल तौर पर तैयार हैं और सूरत हाल पर करीबी नज़र रखे हुए हैं। दीगर खबरों में आपको बता दें कि हैदराबाद में सिंध पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन के दफ्तर के बाहर उम्मीदवारों ने एहतजाज किया। मुजाहिरीन का इल्ज़ाम है कि मुसाबकती इम्तहानात में मनपसंद उम्मीदवारों को कामयाब किया गया। 2000 में से सिर्फ 70 उम्मीदवार पास हुए। तहकीकात करवाई जाए। मुजाहिरीन ने इल्ज़ाम आयद किया कि सिंध पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन करप्शन का गढ़ बन चुका है। मेरिट की पामाली की जा रही है, जिसके बायस तालीम याफ्ता नौजवान शदीद मायूसी का शिकार है। वफाकी वज़ीर दाखिला मोहसिन नकवी बांग्लादेश के दौरे पर पहुँचे। साबिक वज़ीर आज़म खालिदा ज़िया की कब्र पर हाज़री दी और फूल रखे। मरहुमा के रूह के साले सवाब के लिए फातह खानी भी की। वज़ीर दाखिला मोहसिन नकवी ने बांग्लादेश और आवाम के लिए साबिक वज़ीर आज़म बेगम खालिदा ज़िया की खदमात को ख़राज अक़ीदत पेश किया। उन्होंने कहा कि बेगम खालिदा ज़िया की सियासी और आवामी खदमात हमेशा याद रखी जाएंगी।